Hey everybody, Dr. T here. Today we are going to take a look at the abuser instead of the victim. Who are these abusers that batter their intimate partners? One of the most consistent findings with regard to batterers is that they are more likely to have a history of violence in their family of origin. Abusers who have witnessed parental violence or who have been abused as children or adolescents are more likely to become batterers than those who have not. As many as 3/4 of abusers seeking counseling for battering witnessed abuse between their parents, whereas half were abused as children. However, this is not always the case. Some of those never become abusers themselves and stop the cycle of violence with them. Drug and alcohol use has been found to be a consistent risk marker for use of violence towards a partner. There is, however, no direct relationship between the amount of alcohol consumed and battering, and the violence occurs independently of alcohol and drug abuse. Chronic alcohol abuse is more predictive of battering than acute intoxication, although both are predictive. Binge drinkers have the highest rates of battering. While researchers have been unable to identify a unitary batterer personality profile, higher rates of certain psychiatric conditions have been found among batterers. Personality disorders and characteristics such as antisocial, borderline, and narcissistic occur at higher rates among abusers. Generally, abusers are more likely than nonviolent partners to be violent or aggressive in other ways and with other people. They are more likely to have a criminal history and to have used violence outside of the home. Thus, the violence and aggression used by at least some batterers is not confined to their partner. The clearest conclusion one can draw from the available literature, however, is that batterers are a heterogeneous group, and there is a great deal of inconsistency in the literature. It makes sense that not all batterers are alike. There may be various types of batterers with different causes and abuse patterns, and with implications for diverse interventions. Furthermore, the results of a particular study may depend on how the sample was recruited. Abusers who have been reprimanded by the courts to batterer groups may differ significantly from other abusers in a community survey who admit to use of violence against their partner. Remember, the victim is never at fault for the abuse. It lies solely on the abusers. For more information like this, check out the book Violence and Exploitation Against Women and Girls by Denmark, Cross, Halpern, and Setcher. If you or someone you know is in an abusive situation, call the National Helpline at 1-800-799-SAFE or text START to 88788. Everyone deserves a healthy relationship.